Yes, I don't know if you recognize my voice or not, but...
Stedman, is that you? Steady, honey?
Yes, baby. How you doing?
Hi, baby.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 celebrity couples who have been together the longest.
I'm waiting for him to win a Golden Globe. Well, you already won one, so that was good for 10 years. But it's worn off.
It's worn, yes.
For this list, we're looking at celebrity couples who have been together for a lengthy amount of time and that are still together as of writing. Note, we always try to be as accurate as possible when it comes to time frames, dates, and years, but what we know about the relationships of celebrities can't always be verified 100%. Lasting relationships are hard work, but leaving a comment below is easy. Who's your fave long-lasting celeb couple? Number 20. David and Victoria Beckham, together since 1997. When star footballer David Beckham linked up with pop star Victoria Adams, it may have seemed like it was destined to fizzle out like so many high-profile celebrity couplings. However, the Beckhams have bent the rules by staying together.
What's he like? He's amazing. He's so supportive. We're both supportive of each other.
In true storybook fashion, the two met at a soccer game, and soon they became one of the most iconic British couples.
I mean, was it like bow, wham, smack? I mean, did you think, oh God, this is the guy, this is the girl I'm going to get married to and live the rest of my life with? David?
I felt that, yeah.
Did you?
Definitely. You did, I hope, didn't you?
Even if you don't follow sports or pop music, you probably know about Posh and Becks and their impeccable fashion sense. So what's their secret? According to Victoria, they're, quote, very supportive of each other and love being together. With 4 kids and a lasting union, it's safe to say the Beckhams have scored some serious relationship goals. Number 19. Tim McGraw and Faith Hill, together since 1996. Country music is full of songs about experiencing heartbreak and betrayal. Yet 2 of the genre's biggest stars have been married for more than 25 years.
Since the very first show that I opened for you, it was in awe. He's an incredible performer.
When McGraw and Hill first met, he was in a relationship and she was engaged. However, the chemistry between the two was just too strong to keep them apart. 2 years later, they were married. And soon, they were starting a family. Unsurprisingly, the musically talented duo has also collaborated multiple times. And just by hearing them sing together, it seems like they were absolutely made for one another.
It's your love, it just does something to me.
Number 18. Steve and Nancy Carell, together since the early 1990s. A good sense of humor is often considered a must in a potential partner. And few people know funny better than Steve Carell.
Steve, are you okay?
Hey, it's my wife. This is my beautiful wife, Nancy.
The Office star has been with his wife Nancy since the early 90s, meeting when she was a student in his improv class. Nancy has also found success in comedy, appearing on Saturday Night Live for 1 season and working as a correspondent on The Daily Show. She also had a small role in The 40-Year-Old Virgin and played Michael Scott's one-time girlfriend Carol on The Office. While Michael might have blown things for himself, Steve Carell clearly knows how to make a relationship last.
No, you know what? We tend to get along very well.
She makes me laugh.
Number 17. Will and Jada Pinkett Smith, together since 1995. If there was ever a movie star couple whose story could make a great movie, it's Will and Jada Pinkett Smith.
Yeah, no, it's good. No, because we've been having this passionate debate.
The couple first met when Jada auditioned for The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Though she didn't get the part, she and Will forged a connection the following year. He split from then-wife Cherie Zampino, and he and Jada got married in 1997. Since then, the Smiths, as well as their famous children, have garnered plenty of publicity, particularly for one unforgettable incident at a recent Oscars ceremony. The two have admitted that their approach to marriage isn't exactly a conventional one, but it serves as a good reminder that everyone has their own interpretation of matrimony.
I've never met another person that I connect with in conversation more blissfully and productively than Jada.
Number 16. Tina Fey and Jeff Richmond, together since 1994. Like the Carells, Tina Fey and Jeff Richmond met thanks to Chicago's famed Second City Improv program.
And I cried. Yeah,
be honest,
cried in the gym.
You cry at the gym a lot.
Yeah, because I hate going to the gym.
It's tough.
As you might expect, Richmond was instantly drawn to Fey's incredible comedic instincts. They didn't rush into marriage, though. It wasn't until 7 years later that they tied the knot.
I'm making a statement that if need be, I will marry myself.
Though you might not see Fey and Richmond starring in any movies or shows together, they stay collaborating. Richmond, previously the music director for SNL, went on to score multiple Fey series, including 30 Rock and Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. In 2008, Richmond described their marriage as, quote, borderline boring, in a good way. Now that's what we call love. Number 15, Elton John and David Furnish, together since 1993. Elton was married to a woman, Renata Blau, for 4 years from 1984 to 1988. The Your Song singer had previously called himself bisexual, but following his divorce, he came out to Rolling Stone magazine, saying he was, quote, quite comfortable being gay. And 5 years after his divorce, he met the love of his life, David Furnish, at a dinner party. The couple entered into a civil union in 2005, but had to wait for same-sex marriage to be made legal in Britain to get married. They tied the knot in 2014. In a 2017 Instagram post about his marriage, Elton wrote, quote, for David and I, being able to openly love and commit to one another, and for that to be recognized and celebrated is what makes life truly worth living. Number 14, Matthew Broderick and Sarah Jessica Parker, together since 1992. In 1986, Broderick was twisting and shouting in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and Parker was dating Robert Downey Jr. At that point, no one would have guessed that these two would end up together, let alone still be together 3 decades later. They wed in 1997, and in '98, Parker's celebrity status exploded with the premiere of the iconic Sex and the City on HBO. Since then, the couple has had to deal with plenty of tabloid rumors about supposed problems in their marriage, which they continue to deny and prove wrong. Parker found her own Mr. Big many years ago, and they are still going strong. Number 13, Warren Beatty and Annette Bening, together since 1991. 4 years, Warren Beatty was as famous for his love life as he was for his movies. So it likely surprised many when he settled down with actress Annette Bening.
How proud are you of your wife?
On a scale of like 1 to 10?
Yeah.
11.
Good answer.
The two met while working on the biopic Bugsy. Beatty was soon smitten, and the following year, the couple both welcomed their first child and were married. And they've been together ever since. So what's their secret? According to Bening, there is, quote, no secret. Rather, it seems like commitment is key. Bening also described her and Beatty as being, quote, proud of their marriage's longevity. We would be too.
28 years married to Warren Beatty. That's amazing.
Thank you very much.
Number 12, Kevin Bacon and Kira Sedgwick, together since 1987. Bacon and Sedgwick first met in the 1970s. Bacon was a 19-year-old actor doing a play, and a 12-year-old Sedgwick went up to him after a matinee performance to tell him she was a fan. Jump kick off the porch to the late 80s and the set of the PBS film Lemon Sky. The two officially met on the set and were married in 1988. Things haven't always been footloose and fancy-free, though. The couple actually lost their savings in the Bernie Madoff Ponzi scheme. But according to Bacon, quote, it didn't challenge the marriage. In fact, the marriage was what made it easy. The money was gone, but we still had each other. Number 11, Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson, together since 1985-86. Hanks and Wilson are one of the most popular couples in Hollywood. They are so beloved and admired by fans that many people probably think they were high school sweethearts. But they weren't. In fact, when these two first met on the set of the TV show Bosom Buddies, Hanks was actually married to his college sweetheart. However, that marriage was allegedly, quote, already broken, and the immediate connection was undeniable between him and Ms. Wilson. No relation to the volleyball from Castaway.
Wilson, where are you? Wilson!
Hanks' divorce wasn't finalized until 1987, but by the end of 1986, he and Wilson had already gone public with their relationship.
Lawrence, if I accept your apology, that's also accepting the fact that you're here. I don't plan to do that.
Number 10, Oprah Winfrey and Stedman Graham, together since 1986.
I don't know if you recognize my voice in that, but...
Stedman, is that you? Steady, honey.
Yes, baby. How you doing?
Hi, baby.
In the old days, love stories happened in 3 steps. Meet, get engaged, get married. However, when it comes to Oprah and one of her favorite things, Stedman, they decided to stop after step 2. And it's obviously worked out quite well for them. The two met in 1986 and got engaged in 1992. The plan was to get married the next year, but it never happened. And according to Oprah herself, they've barely talked about it since. Quote, "The only time I brought it up was when I said to Stedman, what would have happened if we had actually gotten married? And the answer is, we wouldn't be together." But they're still together and happy. Maybe not as happy as some of her audiences, but still happy. Number 9. Jamie Lee Curtis and Christopher Guest, together since 1984. We've all looked at photos of celebrities in magazines and fantasized about someday marrying them. However, Jamie Lee Curtis saw her romantic dream come true. Curtis reportedly saw comedic genius Christopher Guest's photo in Rolling Stone and exclaimed that she was going to marry him.
So the truth of the matter is, life hinged for me on a couple seconds I didn't see coming.
How long did it take for the two to get hitched? Just 4 months. But that whirlwind courtship led to an enduring partnership. While Curtis admits she has, quote, struggled with the idea of love due to her parents' multiple marriages and divorces, she's found a lasting connection with Guest.
I have to say that I am biased in presenting this award because, well, we've been married for 38 years and...
Number 8. Kurt Russell and Goldie Hawn, together since 1983.
Tell me something about my life, about my past, please.
Had Russell and Hawn started dating when they first met, they'd probably be a few places higher on this list. However, that was in the 1960s on the set of the one and only genuine original family band. And with Russell being about 16 years old, he was just too young for the 21-year-old Hawn. But in 1983, the age difference was no longer an issue. Both Goldie and Kurt were newly divorced from other people, and the timing was right for them to fall overboard in love. They've been together for more than 40 years now, and like Oprah and Stedman, they credit their lasting relationship to never having gotten married. Hawn reportedly said that had they ever gotten married, that they would be, quote, long divorced by now. Number 7. William H. Macy and Felicity Huffman, together since the early 1980s. We can't quite determine exactly how many years William H. Macy and Felicity Huffman have been together. The couple started dating during the early 80s, but they had a tendency to break up and get back together. During this time, Macy made multiple unsuccessful proposal attempts. But in 1997, they finally said I do, and have been married ever since.
And I said, yes. And he said, great. I said, yes, but we can't tell people. And he said, no, that's not okay.
In recent years, the pair survived a major hurdle when Huffman was convicted and served jail time over a college admission scandal involving their older daughter. Macy stood by his wife, and the two have stayed together.
Yeah, our marriage is sort of a fairy tale marriage, I gotta say. I loved her the second I saw her.
Number 6. Ozzy and Sharon Osbourne, together since 1982. Ozzy Osbourne and Sharon Levy's relationship started as a professional one. Following his dismissal from his band Black Sabbath, Sharon became Ozzy's manager and helped him launch a successful solo career. Though Osbourne was married to Thelma Riley, he fell for Sharon. The two married in 1982 and welcomed 3 children, 2 of whom starred with them on their hit reality series.
Why are we married? I bet you do when you go out.
Ozzy and Sharon have gone through some significant challenges over the years, but they've been able to weather multiple storms. In 2022, Ozzy told People that he was, quote, still in love with his wife. Now that rocks.
I just want to be quiet with my husband and just have a happy day. What are you looking at me like that for?
Number 5. Denzel Washington and Pauletta Washington, together since 1978. Denzel Washington is an amazing actor and one of People's sexiest men alive, and the first black man to ever be so named. So, it's hard to imagine any woman who would turn down his marriage proposal. But there's one woman who did just that, Pauletta Pearson.
Well, she's here. Pauletta, come on out with your cute self.
In fact, she said no twice before finally saying yes. The couple met on the set of the 1977 TV film Wilma and started dating the next year. They were married in '83.
I thought
thought he was cute, but I fell in love with his spirit, really.
Really?
Yeah, that I saw first.
Denzel got the girl and has been a man on fire ever since, raising 4 kids with his beautiful wife, getting 9 acting Oscar nominations, and picking up 2 wins for his performances in the films Glory and Training Day.
King Kong ain't got shit on me!
Number 4, Lily Tomlin and Jane Wagner, together since 1971 or 72. Tomlin is one of the great comedic performers of the latter half of the 20th century. And one reason for this is her wife, writer Jane Wagner. The couple met back in the early 70s. Tomlin was reportedly looking for some help developing her Edith Ann character and asked to meet with Wagner. Well, for Tomlin, it was love at first sight. Quote, "A friend brought her to my hotel room, and I tell you, in 2 minutes, I fell in love with her." They started dating soon after, and have been collaborating together in love and in work ever since, including a couple of successful Broadway shows and the film The Incredible Shrinking Woman.
The top news story of the day continues to be The Incredible Shrinking Woman.
After over 40 years together, they got married in a private ceremony on New Year's Eve 2013.
And that's the truth.
Number 3, Samuel L. Jackson and LaTanya Richardson, together since 1970.
Enough is enough! I have had it with these snakes on this plane! Everybody strap in!
Samuel L. Jackson couldn't make it a couple of hours on a plane filled with snakes, but he and his wife have made it 50 years together and are still going strong. Jackson and Richardson met in the 1970s when they were both in college. She was attending Spelman College, and he was at Morehouse. The two got married in 1980, although Jackson doesn't actually remember proposing, and 2 years later, their daughter Zoe was born. With most relationships in Hollywood lasting about as long as Jackson's Russell Franklin character in Deep Blue Sea, we should all take a moment to appreciate this half-century-long relationship.
First, we're gonna seal off this.
Number 2, Billy and Janice Crystal, together since 1966. High school sweethearts don't always make for the best spouses. But Billy Crystal and Janice Goldfinger were able to turn teenage love into adult love.
Kelly, that we laugh, we joke, we still learn from each other. We still love being together.
4 years after the couple's first date, they married. That same decade, their 2 daughters were born. Cut to 50-plus years later, and the Crystals' union seems as strong as ever. According to Billy, he has some great marital role models, his parents. He says they, quote, always looked like they loved being together, which he and Janice try to emulate. If you were married to someone as funny as Billy Crystal, wouldn't you be constantly smiling?
What is the secret to a happy marriage?
What is the what?
What's the secret to a happy marriage?
We see other people.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, Dolly Parton and Carl Dean, together since 1964. There are a lot of conspiracy theories out there, from the JFK single bullet theory to the belief that the moon landing was faked. Then there's the out there theory that Dolly Parton's husband, Carl Dean, doesn't actually exist. According to Parton, quote, a lot of people have thought that through the years. But allow us to bust that myth, just as the Mythbusters did to the faked moon landing one. Parton and Dean have been together since 1964 and married since 1966. And it would seem that Paula Abdul was right, because as Dolly told People magazine, quote, they say that opposites attract, and it's true. We're completely opposite, but that's what makes it fun. Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.